Hey guys, this is James from ManTripping.com. We are here on another virtual happy hour. It is Thursday, April something, and we've got some drinks, we've got some music, we've got some other guests as well. So thank you for tuning in. For those of you guys who are joining us, this is a bi-weekly effort we're doing every Tuesday and Thursday, trying to lighten the mood a little bit. Talk about some topics that guys enjoy doing, and women are welcome to join us too. We've got drinks, we've got sponsors that are going to be giving us different alcohol, different shows, and overall, we're just going to be talking about fun stuff. We have a loose schedule, but it's a happy hour, so who knows what might happen. So with that being said, I'm going to bring in Kevin from PubClub, and we're going to open up a little bit by sharing some of our favorite memes from the that we've kind of rounded up. Each episode we're going to share some of the favorite ones we found, and if you have a favorite one that you want us to include, make sure you share the link in the comment in the comment below, or just tweet at us, or just email me at james@mantripping.com. So we're going to just start off with some kind of silly things because alcohol themed. We're going to start out with one. Actually, I'm gonna bring in, because Kevin's still in the process of getting set up. I'm gonna bring in Evyn Charles, who is our musical guest, so that at least there's somebody else to laugh at the memes with us when I bring him in. So here, welcome Evyn Charles.
Hey, welcome everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Hey, thanks. And like I said, Kevin is in the process of finalizing some setup, and we've also got Gabi Lone, I believe is how it's pronounced, who's an awesome bartender from somewhere in Southern California. I'm not entirely sure. Kevin set up both of our guests, and I'm privileged to have them. But you ready for some a little bit of meme time? Let's go with the first one. So because we are, well, how about that? I'm breaking things already. There we go. So we're going to start with these couple rum memes. So thought that was kind of appropriate for our quarantine time, even though we can't actually quarantine or take our morning run the same way we might have done before. Another one: if rum can't fix it, you're not using enough rum. And I think that's a pretty good explanation for the technical stuff that we run into with live stream. I know, Evan, we were talking earlier about the stressors from the Wi-Fi, with everybody using it for Zoom meetings and downloading Netflix, and probably downloading a lot of porn too. But a little bit of rum goes a long way with fixing those woes.
That's right. These memes are anything but ho hum, but a bottle of rum.
And then, of course, a lot of you guys are learning about homeschooling for the first time. Both kids learning that their parents aren't nearly as smart as they thought they were, and parents realizing that their kids are a heck of a lot more intelligent than they imagine. So it's always important to make sure you do your math and fractions and stuff like that. And I'm finding out that memes are a lot funnier when you're actually just reading them to yourself instead of having to explain them. So we'll just jump ahead.
That's good. That's my gardener.
Is it?
Yeah.
I heard he's got a green thumb.
Yeah, he exactly got all right. I was wondering what happened.
And then, of course, some homeschool lessons go in a different direction than you might have thought.
Oh, wow.
And I know we were talking earlier about haircuts, and so this is maybe a little bit different kind of haircut.
Good one.
And then, of course, our North Korean friends are also fighting coronavirus. And let's take a trip to a different back home again. I know a lot of you guys are upset because you missed your spring break, and summer vacation may be on the ropes. But don't worry, you can still take a family trip.
That's good.
And not everything has to be Corona themed. So, of course, we want to honor our friends in Texas. And then we'll wrap it up with one last meme that probably will be appropriate for our next guest that's going to be coming on. So looks like Kevin is back in motion again. So let's bring him on. I know you guys can't see him because it's covered up by the meme. And I'm going to throw Gabi into the mix too, because I see her in the studio, but I don't know if she is actually there or not. So let me pull her in. Gabi, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Oh, I see you in the background now. Sorry.
Okay.
I put this meme up just for you. I thought you'd have a chuckle at it too.
And you got to check out
I love
Chuck
it.
Norris. Check out Chuck Norris and the coronavirus.
So with that being said, I think we've got the gang all here. Apologies to those of you who suffered through the little hiccups we got, but hey, you know what? It's the internet. It's live streaming, and if it's good enough for the guys on what is it? Not Jimmy Kimmel, but the other guy that's broadcasting from home and all that. If they're learning for the first time and they're professionals, then I can go use that same excuse that I'm learning for the first time too. So with that
Hopefully
being,
my Osmo will stay put. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm having a little technical difficulty. Hey, Gabi.
Hi, what's going on?
Thanks for joining us.
Of course. Don't mind my messy kitchen.
it's a lot clearer than mine. There's a reason why I have a screen in back of me instead of showing you the rest of my apartment.
Oh, I love it. Good idea.
So
James said, do you know a bartender? I said, I sure do.
Oh, I love it. I miss you. It's been a long
I
time.
know. Where are you now? Back when you were back when the bars were open.
Back where?
Back when the bars were open, where were you slinging drinks?
Oh, I'm at the 900 Club and downstairs bar in Manhattan Beach right now.
Right on.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it.
I tell you what, I used to love those $5 mermaid drinks of the week.
Me
Drinks of the week.
too.
You could. Those things, James, were fantastic because the bartenders would create these magical concoctions. They were only $5 twice a day, 5 to 7, right, and then like 10 to 12 or something. And well, I tell you what, those things were sensational. $5 for this quality, fresh cocktail stuff.
Fresh squeezed juice cocktails, fresh fruits, fresh veggies, fresh herbs, you name it. Yeah, $5. I miss the mermaids so much.
I missed having you girls there, but we move on, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually in San Diego now.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Were you in San Diego?
Yeah, I'm in San Diego, so you need to come down here and.
I would love that. I would love to come down there.
Okay. Got me all in a cocktail mood. So here's the PubClub rum drink.
Yay!
And so Gabi, I understand you're going to be showing us how to make some of your favorite cocktails and talking a little bit about how we can help our bartender friends and stuff like that in this weird time we're in.
Yes.
Cool. So let's start with I don't know what you have there. I know the other two gentlemen have a drink. Tom Fisher from MenWhoBlog is going to be joining us, but in the interest of supporting some local distillers and local businesses, I have my Henneberry whiskey right here. And what do you guys have? What are you guys drinking?
Oh, I have like a plethora.
Oh, hold on a second. I just noticed that Tom Fisher from MenWhoBlog is joining us as well.
Yay!
So,
hey
Tom,
there, everyone.
Hey.
Tom, you didn't hear the intro a second ago, but we're going around and talk about what we have on our desk for drinks, and I have some Henneberry and a special glass that I know you will recognize.
Nice. Oh, great. You have one of the Y whiskey glasses. Thank you for that, James.
So for those of you guys who don't know, in addition to running bourbonblog.com, which is one of the best resources out there for bourbon aficionados as well as spirited drinkers in general, Tom also has a tour of different bars and restaurants around the country, and maybe international too. I don't know if he's gone international yet.
We do some international tastings, and we pick a great number of whiskeys and taste them on bartenders and consumers everywhere. Thanks. And James has come to some of those. I'm really glad to see the Y whiskey glass.
Well, I'll come to anything with free alcohol.
And look, he's wearing a bow tie, you know, like a good whiskey drinker, right?
That's right. I got dressed up for y'all.
No, we appreciate it.
So Tom, we have Gabi, who is a bartender from, I can't remember which bar you said in
900 Club.
What was that?
The 900 Club.
And that's in Manhattan Beach.
Yes.
Okay. And then we have Evyn Charles, who is a amazing artist. So I've heard. And where do you usually play, or where do you hail from?
Well, I've been working as a musician since I'm a teenager. So where if there's a lot of times I joke that if there's a door and a bar, I've probably played there.
Okay.
And but most people in the South Bay know me from Tony's on the pier, on the Redondo Pier. I've been there for a number of years, and I'm usually there 3 times a week. And I'm drinking out of their glass, so is Kevin. So if you're in the South Bay, you probably know me from there. But like I said, I play all over, and I do lots of events, and I write a lot of music as well. So and I play on the ManTripping show.
Yay!
Yay!
Raise a glass of that, and then for those of you guys who don't know,
I have a song called "The Bar Musician," which I might do later. That talks a little bit about what I do for a living. But I'm happy to say anything that,
oh man, the cops are after us already.
I usually play till the cops show up, so I'll see you guys later.
And then
those sirens in the background, that's the soundtrack to the gas lamp area in San Diego sometimes.
Well, Gabi just left us.
Right, James?
Or Tom just left us. Well, we'll still do a tour.
She's home.
Oops, Tom is still there. How did Tom drop out?
It's somehow. Can you guys see me now?
I can see you.
Okay, good. I'm back.
We do.
Good. It's
You're like the Verizon guy, but visual.
it's great to meet you, Gabi and Evyn, and good to see you, our pub club friends, and it's just good to be joining you guys.
So
great to be here.
So with that being said, let's raise a glass. And Tom, what are you drinking?
Well, and I do have some of those same glasses. I was trying to find one of my own wine whiskey glasses, but I'm having. I was trying to find the Henneberry too. It's in my basement someplace. I have some Jefferson's Reserve Twin Oak, and then though I love a good well-made drink from a bartender, and Annabelle, my wife's been making them for me every afternoon. I do have some pre-bottled Manhattan that I'm a big fan of. I think it's nice for a pre-bottled cocktail that's aged.
Who's that from?
Jefferson's. It's a barrel finished cocktail.
Okay.
They partner with Esquire for this, so we got a couple options here.
Excellent. Well, let's raise a glass to local bars, local musicians, local distillers, and all of our friends and family who we can't wait to get back to the bars and restaurants too. So
absolutely.
Cheers to all you guys. That's some good stuff. You know, Henneberry, I feel like it sits on my shelf and then gets pushed to the back because I get so many different samples that come in. But every time I try it again, it makes me wonder why it's not permanently in the front. So
I love it. I mean, I think I feel like you introduced it to me a few years ago back when I was in San Diego. I met those guys with you, and we've been pleased to feature them on our Why Whiskey tour. And I have a bottle someplace in the basement, and they have a pre-bottled old fashioned that's really nice too.
I'll have to hit them up. I know David has been a really great person, contributing a lot to the
they're great guys.
Scene here in California. So I think one of the things that we wanted to start doing, and we'll probably do it once a week, is doing a quarantine cocktail. And I know Kevin has been working with Gabi to get some inspiration, some ideas. But the premise behind it that Kevin and I were talking about is the fact that, sadly, we can't all go out to the bars and get some fantastic mixology experiences and bartenders who ultimately know what the hell they're doing. And while pre-mixed cocktails and drive-by cocktails, the drive-by cocktail or takeout cocktails are a really cool concept, sometimes you just need some ideas for what you can do at home with the ingredients you guys have. It's simple stuff. Everyone's got a bottle of vodka and a rum and a whiskey and then some simple ingredients. So together, the Brain Trust is going to be coming up with some ingredients, some recipes that you guys can make at home. And with that being said, do you have anything to add on that, Kevin, about some of your favorites, and then do you have any idea what Gabi might be making for us today?
I have no idea what Gabi's making, but I guarantee you one thing: whatever it is, it'll be fantastic. And I wish we could. I guess we have to virtually taste it, but I don't know. What are you going to make, Gabi?
Well, I'm kind of like searching around my house for different ingredients. I have stuff for a painkiller. It's like one of my favorite drinks. I love anything like spirit forward or like tiki. Like I love anything like tiki style. So
Oh yeah,
I'll make a painkiller. So yeah, I'll start on that. Do you want me to start making it right now, or?
Yeah, so are you able to make it while you're talking, or do you need full concentration?
Yeah, I'm just gonna open the pineapple.
tiki stuff. Evan, that plays right into your music too.
Yeah, but do you want to hear something now?
You know, would it be too weird to have you playing while she's?
She makes.
I would love that.
No, I
ambiance.
Not at all. I love music.
Get some background music.
Bar music, so
I think it'd be great.
I don't have a lot of ego about it. You know, I'm here for you. I'll try to play some tunes that you enjoy. I'm going to start with a little, since we're quarantined, and I'm just trying to think of songs that would be really fun to quarantine to. So this is not one of my songs, but it's very beachy and fun, and I'll shut up and sing it.
Hey, Bradley.
Somewhere over the rainbow, where the land once lived by. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. The dreams that you dream really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star, now wake up where the clouds are far beyond me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, fly over the rainbow. Why can't I? Well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, when I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They really say, I love you. While you babies cry, watch them grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know. When I think to myself, what a wonderful If happy little bluebirds fly over the rainbow, while watching life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we just overloaded everybody's microphone that's listening here by clapping. So sorry for the guy listening at home, but that was awesome. Whoop, I'm still learning. There you go.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Evan. And now, Gabby, you've got everything set up?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So the painkiller, just one of my favorite drinks. It's gonna be a rum drink, so I'm gonna use the Diplomatico, which is I love. Funny thing about the painkiller, so you can't have it at your restaurant and call it a painkiller without having Puster's rum in it. So Puster's rum is like the ones who created the painkiller. But
I can't believe you're making a painkiller from the BBIs. I'm freaking blown away. How awesome is that?
Yes, yes. So I don't have my jigger on me, but I do have it's like a 2-ounce little tiki guy right here. So I'm gonna use that.
No wonder we got along so well. I didn't know you were such a tiki person.
I'm such a tiki person. I have like a little tiki bar that I'm building in my garage.
Oh,
I love it.
Yeah. Definitely have to connect more on that.
And
I'm sitting at a tiki bar right now.
There's so many good tiki bars and like amazing bars over in San Diego. I mean, I'm gonna have to meet up with you after quarantine.
You definitely have to. I'm sitting at a tiki bar. I have a tiki bar in the apartment too.
You do?
A couple of tiki bar signs behind me. Oh yeah, it's a full-on tiki bar.
Yay!
I've got Ron Barcelo, and my basic rum I'm using now is Cruisin'.
What is it?
Cruisin' from St. Croix.
Oh, okay, nice. I like that rum. I have some for you.
I even have the painkiller cup somewhere from the Soggy Dollar.
You do?
I do. My friend's got like 50 of them in Manhattan Beach.
Oh, I love it. We're gonna have to go tiki bar hopping after this.
Absolutely. If you guys don't know, the Soggy Dollar Bar in the British Virgin Islands is a swim-up bar, and you swim up to it. You drop anchor with your sailboat. You swim up to the bar, and the money's wet, so you pay it, and they put it on a clothesline. That's the Soggy Dollar Bar.
Huh. That worked.
Their specialty drink is the painkiller.
Honestly, you had me at swim up bar.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like a swim-up bar. You actually have to swim in the bay to get to the bar. I mean, you could take your dinghy there, but what's the fun of that, right?
Well, since we're talking about swim up bar stories, so I did my honeymoon like every red-blooded American did a honeymoon at Sandals in Jamaica, and we didn't realize that our entire daily schedule was to get up, go to breakfast, and go straight to the bar until the last day when we discovered that because we couldn't put our swimsuit on, we went to the bar inside. First goes, I'm sorry, we don't open until 10 a.m. And that's when we discovered that basically for the last week we've been starting to drink at about 9 a.m. in the until we measured our alcohol content by how red our skin got from the sunburn. And that's when we went home, passed out for a couple hours, and had a nap. But those were the days. And swim up bars are a fond destination for me, no matter where we are.
You come out of the ocean right onto a beautiful sandy beach, and you walk up to this place. That's just a little piece of paradise. It's one of the great bars in the BVIs. Of course, PubClub.com has articles on. If you Google best bars in the BVIs, I'm sure it'll come up pretty high in Google. There's Foxy's, the legendary Foxy's. There's Willie T's, which is actually a pirate ship in the middle of the what's that, Robinson Crusoe Bay. That's where that's located. You actually jump off the back of the ship, swim up, and get back into the bar.
So, Kevin, I've heard something about you that you actually hire out as a lifeguard to swim up bars. Is that true?
I did what? I'm sorry.
You're actually a lifeguard for swim up bars. Is that part of your job description?
Yeah, I'd be a really good lifeguard there, particularly at the
somebody needs to keep an eye on.
Well, the girls don't all topless, so they're supposed to. So I'll be a
Don't
good
mind me.
lifeguard at that place.
I'm a smart aleck.
So Gabby, you're using nutmeg on the top?
I don't have nutmeg, so I'm gonna use cinnamon.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna do so what it is, it's 4 ounces of pineapple juice. So I'm going to have this right here. It's 4 ounces. And then it's 1 ounce of coconuts.
Yeah.
I used to use cinnamon. I have Coco Lopez like in my garage, but I didn't want to open the can.
It's a good product. I like that stuff.
I do like it too. It's delicious.
They make a lot of good flavors.
They do.
Yeah.
I love like orange too. Oops, where did my orange go? Okay.
I saw her taking a sip. You took a shot of rum in between making that cocktail.
I was quality testing. It's so good. I love it so much.
Good stuff.
Okay, so we did the 4 ounces of pineapple, 1 ounce of orange juice, and then 1 ounce of coconut. And you can get this at like Vons or Bevmo, Total Wine. You can just have it like delivered, or you can pick it up curbside. And then we're gonna do 2 ounces of your rum. A lot of people who want it sweeter, they can do like a coconut rum. If you want it a little darker, you can do like a select reserve rum. Up to you. This is a little bit darker. I love the Diplomatico. It's like has a ton of flavors. It's like more cinnamony and fruity, and I absolutely love it.
It is great. I love that one.
It is good. And then we're gonna
you'd hardly even know you're drinking alcohol too. The prevalence of alcohol to me on that one is just so light, but it's so beautiful.
Oh, it's so awesome.
I decided to, as much as I enjoy the guys at Henneberry, I decided to switch tracks for a second since we're in a rum zone.
You get a little rum out?
This is Bad Bitch Rum from Chef Distilled in Key West. And this is the one, Kevin, I was telling you about that is aged in red wine barrel.
Right.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get some rum too.
So
I grabbed some plantation.
Yeah! Oh my god! That's one of my favorite rums.
Yeah, great. I had it since James said that it was in my.
That is such a delicious rum. I mean, the pineapple one I shoot like.
Oh, I love the pineapple.
Like water. It's so delicious. They have like plantation. They have like a Fiji one. They have one from Peru. The Peru one is really good. I just tried that one. It's like very fruity and like so freaking good. Okay, so I'm going to shake it now. You don't have to shake it too much because I'm using like my ice is a little bit crushed, so I don't want to water it down. Then I'm going to strain it. Oops.
I'm reaching out to grab that.
Okay. And then I'm going to top it with cinnamon, but you can also take like a pitted, if you want to like have fun with it, take a pitted lime. If you have like Bacardi 151 or something, you can soak it in your like sugar cube and Bacardi 151, or I like to use like chartreuse. It's like a nice little party thing. And I don't have matches, but I'm going to use a lighter. Hope you guys can see.
Oh!
Wow.
Fire!
You wanted a bartender, James. We got a bartender.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys can really see, but it does light up.
So the lime actually lights up it's on fire?
As long as you fill it with something strong.
Oh, okay, I got you. Right.
Yeah. Like the chartreuse, I feel like burns better than the. All right, and then we can sprinkle some cinnamon on that.
And my wife says she loves the drink, so I might have to make that for her tonight.
Oh, it's so good. And then I'm going to decorate mine. Give it a little umbrella.
Oh, look at that. That is awesome.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is really nice.
You do have to blow out the fire before you drink it. So you know. Okay. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Very
Oh
nice.
my
Cheers.
gosh.
Cheers.
That looks amazing.
Do you deliver?
I can deliver. Yeah.
Cocktails to go?
I can, yeah. We can put them in mason jars for you guys and deliver them.
You know,
Is that
kind of fun in the future?
Is that one of the
I
laws?
want one of those. Can you send one down to San Diego?
Oh yeah, it's illegal.
Nothing's illegal until you get caught.
It's just a friendly drop off.
Right. Well, now, from what I'd heard in some states, and I thought California was one of them, restaurants can serve the cocktails to go, that kind of thing. Is that since COVID's happened? Is that true?
Yeah, I think they are allowing restaurants to deliver.
Allowing it to happen.
Yeah.
You had an article you wrote on PubClub the other day that you shared with me about that, didn't you?
Yes, actually, you order food with it, with cocktails to go. Actually, I got a story up. The lead story right now is about how it's booming in San Francisco. Has increased. I think liquor sales are up like 45% right now.
Wow.
So a lot of people are going and getting their favorite cocktails from their favorite bars, but you have to order food with it. I don't know how much, but you do have to order food to go, and you can get a drink to go too. And that's not just California. That's several states. I don't know exactly all of them.
Well, Louisiana's been way ahead of that.
Yeah, restaurants and they make most of their money off cocktails. So just getting food to go, it probably won't sustain them for that long. But the fact that you can go in and get a cocktail now is a way the governments are helping them to keep people like Abby employed and to increase their profit margins.
Well, that's a great idea. I know that's one of the things I always love about traveling to Louisiana. You can do the drive-through daiquiri bars.
Yeah.
Have you ever been down there, Kevin?
I've seen them before. I didn't know they still had them. I know Florida, like in the 60s, they had drive-up liquor stores where you just drive up and you can get a 6-pack to go, but they would also make a cocktail for you. And you weren't supposed to drink it, obviously when you drive, but I guess people did. But I didn't know they still did it in Louisiana.
Yeah, they're all over in Louisiana. So that's down there from Mardi Gras, down in Lafayette. And it was a crazy shit. So after we got our daiquiris, yeah, they the person said, "Well, do you want some cherries? It's only $1." I said, "Yeah, I'll have some cherries, whatever." And they gave us essentially Everclear cherries. I think it was like 5 or 6 cherries for $1.
Everclear cherries.
And a shot of Everclear in the middle of the little bowl. And Everclear when it had been mixed with some maraschino cherry juice, actually it doesn't taste terrible. Especially if you drink it fast enough. So that was a lot of fun.
Really?
I'm going to give a shout out to
Louisiana's a lot of fun.
Warlow, watching on the PubClub.com Facebook page. So shout out to them. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Shout out.
James, you said you were just there during Mardi Gras recently, then.
Correct. Yeah. The just pre-Corona.
Wow.
Or at least pre anybody getting sick from Corona, because it was probably still going around there.
Yeah.
I love New Orleans. New Orleans Mardi Gras is extraordinary, but I really, really enjoyed Lafayette because it was a more laid back, more fun, just kind of like when you go to Mardi Gras, especially Mardi Gras Day down in New Orleans, it's just a shit show. And it's just a bunch of college kids that are down there to get plastered and do stupid stuff. And everyone thinks it's kind of wild. And I know for some guys, like certainly Kevin has his desires to see the beautiful ladies and all that kind of stuff. But more to Mardi Gras than that. And unfortunately, it gets extremely expensive. But down in Lafayette, it was pretty cheap. You can still have a lot of fun. So definitely shout out to those guys. They treated us really well, and I can't wait to go back again because the food's awesome anywhere in Louisiana too.
Oh yeah, love the food. And we usually go every year to New Orleans for the Tales to Cocktail Festival, which happens.
Maybe that's where I met you before, Tom. I feel like you look so familiar. I go to Tales to Cocktail every year.
Do you? I bet we have. We've gone about every year for about 10 years or so. Were you there the last several years?
4 years.
Did you ever?
Every year for like 4 or 5 years.
I bet you we met. Yeah. I bet you.
Oh my God! Cool.
Maybe Tom. Maybe saw Tom's music video that he recorded down there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Well, Kevin knows Bethany Ham. She's my best friend, and he's a mermaid. And I usually travel with her, but she's
amazingly, James. We did do a video for fun a couple years ago on Bourbon Street called "Bourbon in a Box," which was
that's what I'm referring to.
on the SNL Dick in a Box, and so we actually we did a whole parody of it, which was so it wasn't quite a nude video, but it was a lot of fun, which I'll post on the Bourbon Blog Facebook page for you guys to see. It's actually really funny.
Should I pull it up and try to break the live stream?
Bourbon in a Box on Bourbon Blog. The whole idea was we walked away with the box of bourbon because there's all this this liquor that it's not always being used. That sometimes they say, "Hey, we have some extra bourbon. You want some after this event?" So we said, let's do a video called Bourbon in a Box, So.
And Tom was completely sober when he did this video too.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
pretty sure
I need to.
Well, speaking of bourbon, my buddy Ice just joined in, and the reason is I nicknamed him Ice is he's very he's like a block of ice most of the time, very stoic, very matter of fact, except he loves Maker's Mark, and he does Maker's Mark with ginger. And if he has a couple of those, then what happens when you pour Maker's Mark over ice? It melts. So he's Ice, and he's tuning in. Big bourbon fan.
Nice.
Well, I have a special treat for you guys. I know, Evan, you thought you were the only musical guest that was going to be on the show today. So let's.
I know better than that. I know better.
So, with that being said,
yeah.
Oh my
Introduce
gosh, I
it.
love the shades.
Because you guys didn't get a real musician. I understand that.
Here, should I get some sunglasses out? There's my wife. I don't know if we're getting sound on that, but that's the video.
Oh wow!
are you guys able to hear the sound or no?
That's way cool. Look at that.
I think you have to adjust. I don't hear the sound, but that is the video.
Oh, we definitely have to
There's
check
my
that
wife,
out.
Annabelle.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Does anybody have the audio, or is it just me?
I love it.
Bourbon in a Box. Yeah, you can find it on our YouTube channel /Bourbon Blog. That's we had a lot of fun with it. We had a whole crowd of people. Once we brought a box of bourbon to Bourbon Street, everybody wanted to see what we were doing. So we were able to get a crowd to join around us there. Bourbon.
That's awesome. I love it.
Okay. So
I appreciate you shared it, James. Thanks.
did the audio come through for you
I
guys?
don't think it did for me.
Did anybody hear the audio?
A little bit.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well,
That's no hip hop ish kind of the keyboard on there, because since there was no sound.
I hear some music someplace.
Yep.
It's okay.
well for those of you guys who
I think Evan was providing some background.
Thank you for that.
Little hip hop keyboard here.
Evan, we'll work on a bourbon song together. You may even have a bourbon song for us.
I don't know, Evan. You got a bourbon song? He can write one.
I could definitely write one. I got lots of songs. By the way, do stay in touch. After this, everything is basically under my name. I gave Jim all my contact info. I'm on all the socials and all that stuff.
what's your website? How do you?
It's myname.com. Evyn Charles, EVYNCHARLES.com. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I essentially make a living playing cover songs, but I also have lots of originals. So all my gigs, I do lots of originals as well, and people are getting to know them. I did a couple of Kevin's show the other day. Can you hear me better, Kevin?
So is that right there?
Nice.
Yeah, EvynCharles.com. Exactly. Yeah.
So are you at Evyn Charles on YouTube?
Everything is linked up. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. All of them. I try to make myself easy to find.
Excellent.
So can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Okay. And I do write. I've got a lot of originals. I figured for my next one, I'll do one of my own songs, but it's about the place that most people know me from in the South Bay. I wrote them a little theme song because they were voted one of the best beach bars in America, and I figured they needed a theme song.
Cool. And then let's if you're still open to it, let's do a third song at the end. Maybe if you got something we can sing along with, and we kind of just go out to a sing along.
All right, I'm here for you. I am
Already.
Here for you. What?
Well, let's fire this one up.
Yeah. So let me. Am I singing now? I just want to make sure because the audio is.
If you'd like to sing, you are the man that's going to sing.
Okay. Let me do my little song called Tony's on the Pier, and that's the place. Kevin and I both drinking. We're both drinking out of Tony's glasses. I've been working. Yeah, I've been working there 3 times a week, playing music there 3 times a week for the last several years. So I wrote them a little song. It goes like this. I try to make the song sound like the place feels. Tony's on the pier in Redondo, California. You can see all the way to Santa Monica. Sip on your Mai Tai and keep the glass. Tony, everyone that used to be there is still there. The food is great and live music is in the air. Go there once and you keep going back. You know you'll be back. Back to Tony's. La 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 la. On the pier in Redondo, California, where life is good and they're always glad to see ya. Go there once and you keep going back. Go there once and you keep going back. Go there once and you keep going back. Go there once and you keep going back.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's a pretty song.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
Yeah, if you'd like a recording of that, I've got a nice recording of it, as many of my originals. So that's easy to find up on my website. You can hit me up on and I saw you you had my info on there. Also, like I said, I'm on most of the socials. So I'm trying to make myself easy to find because I only work when people think of me. So,
Nice.
And notice the spelling of Evyn, by the way, if you're looking for him.
I got it correct, right?
it's
Yes, you have it
EVY.
Okay.
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, you have it down. You have it down. And everything should be linked up on my website. And if not, ask Kevin of PubClub. He knows where to find me.
That's right. He was a guest on PubClub Live about, God, it seems forever ago, but it wasn't that long ago, about a month.
In a previous age.
In the pre-COVID era.
Yeah, before the plague there.
Yes, we do a live show
before-
from Tower 12 in Hermosa Beach, So Cole and myself. Usually about every other week, but we haven't done it in about 3 weeks now.
Well, hopefully we get back in that.
Evyn was a guest on that. Gabi, what are you making there now?
I was getting a gin grapefruit basil smash ready for you guys.
That sounds good.
I like it. It's like we're going to get a virtual pour, but she's getting ready for us. That's good.
I'm getting ready.
I like it.
It's so small here. But
And I love the fact that it's probably like 70 degrees today, and yet you're wearing a hockey hat because California is like that. So for the rest,
It's actually really cold in Redondo. It's like it's so cold down here. It's like it's overcast and everything. I promise.
I just love California because, you know, we're such wimps on some things, but you know, like for Tom's probably sitting there, if it was, you know, 55 degrees in southern Indiana, he'd be out there in shorts and flip flops, talk about how warm it was.
That's right.
And if it was 55 degrees in San Diego, we'd all be huddling inside, going, "It's too cold."
I put on jeans and shoes and socks, so it's overcast. You know, to us, when it's overcast, it looks cold.
So what kind of gin are you using for this? Anything special? Any recommendations?
I love Aviation gin, so I'm going to use Aviation. It has like a lot of like peppercorn aftertaste. It's really light. I can use them on my dirty martinis too. It's like one of my favorite gins. I think
Those
I
are mermaid colors before. I have little mermaids.
Huh?
I have these little mermaids on my glasses.
I know. You kept them. Is that from the mermaid still?
No, it isn't. I found these the other day, so I had a whole thing of them.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, I didn't steal them from the mermaid.
No, we gave them away. We used to give them away.
I don't recall you putting them on drinks, but maybe you did. After a couple of those drinks they would make, I mean, you get like one, and you get a nice buzz, and they were really they're great made cocktails because you got a buzz on them, but they wasn't so strong you couldn't taste the mix at all. So the cocktails were absolutely perfectly made, and I don't know, they came up with some creative stuff. Well, you had a bourbon one that was like really good.
Yeah, we can make the smash with bourbon if you guys like as well. You can pretty much make it with anything, with vodka, with bourbon, anything like. So I'll make it with bourbon since you guys are like bourbon lovers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is that one of the drinks that you guys are known for there at the Mermaid, or what are your signatures at the Mermaid?
We used to have like a lot of like passion fruit drinks. We literally mixed it up every week. We'd have a new menu, new special every single week. We would play with like, you know, just new rums that came in, new vodkas. Like we'd play with orgeat. We'd like sometimes make our own orgeat. All of our syrups were fresh. We just play with everything and like, you know, kind of figure out like what's good, what goes with the food, what people like the most, and yeah, it's a pretty good program over there. I love it.
Nice.
Everything, all the fruits were fresh squeezed. There was nothing.
Every
Everything
morning.
was fresh squeezed, and it took a while to get the drink because it took them a while to make it. People get impatient, and I'm like, trust me, just calm down. It'll be well worth an extra couple of minutes. I remember going in there one time with my buddy Chris Cox, and Chris Cox, former offensive lineman at UCLA, was going in there, and it was a busy beach volleyball weekend. There was a tournament going on, and there was a big line to get for drinks. And he said, "I'll get your drink. What do you want?" And I said, "Just get the drink of the week." He went, "The what? What is it?" I said, "I don't know. It doesn't matter. It'll be good."
It'll be good.
The drink of the week. Don't know what that is. Just say the drink of the week. And it comes out. I mean, everything they made was just absolutely spectacular.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's good.
You know, your comment about things taking a little longer or something. I think a lot of guys who are not necessarily as into cocktails as pretty much everybody on this channel kind of says, "Oh, I hate those fancy cocktails. They cost $15 or $20." Not quite understanding the fact that a really well mixed cocktail is art and it takes time.
Right.
And so, you know, kudos to the bartenders and the restaurants are confident enough in their ability to charge what they need to charge to allow for some fantastic craft. So, kudos to all those out there that are doing that.
Well, these are $5 twice a day.
Okay, well, then that's even better. But like, there's a place I go to in Vegas called Herbs and Rye. I don't know if you guys have ever been there or not.
I love Herbs and Rye.
Yep.
And those guys are badass. They charge a reasonable rate compared to the Strip, but I've never ordered a cocktail there and gone like, "Oh my God, $15."
They have an amazing cocktail program at Herbs and Rye.
So if any of you guys are looking at it, it's just off the Strip. I want to say it's on like off of Flamingo or something like that. It's in a strip mall or just next to a strip mall, so you would never notice it unless you knew it. But Gabi just confirmed exactly how I discovered it, which is I started asking the bartenders in Vegas where do you guys go when you're done work? And
Herbs
virtually every one of them said herbs and rye. And especially for late night happy hour. I think it's after 1 a.m. or after 2 a.m. The drinks are half off, and they've got half off on their steaks too. So they have like,
I think it's on Sahara Avenue. It's just like a little bit. It's like 2 miles off the strip, I think.
Yeah.
Sahara Avenue, I think it's called.
I'm looking it up right now.
The golden tiki is also really fun.
3713 Sahara.
Yeah, Sahara, right?
So it's pretty far up the strip.
It's not that far.
Well, it's not mid-strip, but it's not. It's not on the strip. It's a ways, like she said, about miles off the strip.
It's like when instead of making a right to the strip, you make a left off the freeway.
Oh, okay.
But trust me, it is absolutely worth the. I don't know if it's gonna be a $10 Uber ride or whatever it is.
Of course.
Because you're going to save, let's take the money out of the equation, because the money it's cheaper than the stuff you're going to find on the strip. But the real thing is the quality there is amazing, and they have the entire menu is based on periods. So you don't just sit there and go like, okay, here's the rum page, or here's the bourbon page. It's organized by like, this is a Prohibition era page, or this is a 1970s era page, and the guys there know everything. I probably pissed him off because I started asking questions and stuff like that, and he's like, I said, well, can you make this, but do it with rum instead, or what do I like this, and the guy just without missing a beat, just totally knew exactly how the stuff goes together, and it was obvious that not only were they trained in a level that is above 99% of the other people in Vegas, and Vegas has incredible bartenders in general, but we're used to a clientele who is sophisticated too. And that was just really special.
Cool, it's it's like a local, the bartenders go, and I like the place already just from that description.
Yeah.
Kevin, you would love the golden tiki. It's so cool.
Is that also in Vegas?
2 recommendations.
It's it's like probably 5 minutes off the strip, like the opposite side.
Okay.
It's so pretty. Like it's just they do like shows in there, and it's like the roof is all like it looks like a bunch of stars, and it's just really pretty inside, and the drinks are amazing. They do a great job.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Sounds awesome.
It's just off the 15. Yeah. So basically, if you go to Treasure Island and then take a left going east, looks like it's about a mile or two, just on the other side of the 15.
I was just thinking, James, at that time a couple of years ago when you and I got to have Pappy Van Winkle in Vegas. That was, I think we've done it at least 2 or 3 times, several places, but they brought up the Pappy for us. What was the name?
Wow.
Is that at the villas at Mirage?
The villas, yeah, that was the villas. That was pretty nice.
That was a very interesting event, because we were making really top shelf shit, and I think we were both pretty loaded at that point. And one of us, I'm like, well, can I get a to-go glass? Just being a smart, like, who takes a to-go glass of $100, $200 bottle of spirits? And the guy's like, yeah, sure. I'm not, you're not paying. And so I did 1942 at the time, which was considerably cheaper than the Pappies. But yeah, I got a full glass of 1942 to take with me on the road to the next place. And it's kind of one thing that's Vegas. That was a lot of fun. We've had a lot of good Pappy stories, I feel like, Tom, over the years, including the Pappy's shopping trip you sent me on, where you missed a decimal point in the story. So Tom messages me or texts me or something like that, and says, "Oh, dude, I found this place in Coronado that has Pappy's for only $200 or so, whatever it was." And I showed up, and they indeed had tons of Pappy's, but it was not $200. It was probably way above market price. And
somebody had messaged me and said they thought they had seen it for that, and I said, "Well, if it's true, we got to make sure we send James." But it wasn't true. Yeah, we had the Pappy in Vegas, and we had the Pappy at the Aero Club. I feel like we've had it at least maybe in Kentucky when you came. At least one good time we've had it together.
Is it terrible? I feel like Pappy it's not special anymore because I've had it too many times.
Well, it's any old bourbon that's 15, 20 years ish is always going to be, especially good Kentucky bourbons are going to be really good. But Pappy's just one of those that just has been really highly regarded. And you can find other brands that are 15, 20 years old that maybe aren't quite as hard to find. They're all going to have that older flavor on them, but they're harder to find than they used to be. So they've gone up in value, and we're lucky that we've had some, and that we continue to every now and then.
Is the Aero Club still around? Do you guys know that place?
What?
Aero Club in San Diego?
I think a year and a half or two ago, and then they reopened a new place or something. I know they're no longer around as the Aero Club. I know that. Okay,
that was an incredible experience. So for those of you guys who may have missed the Aero Club, it was in the middle of nowhere. Like I think at one point, probably in the 30s or something like that, before they built the highway, it may have been connected to the airport. But it's on the other side of the airport from other side of the highway from the San Diego airport, and it has an old classic, not neon, but the bulb sign. And you can go in there, and it's just a shotgun bar, and it's got an incredibly diverse inventory of spirits. And the old guy who owned it at the time goes like, "Hey, I got something special for you." And whenever a bartender or an owner of a restaurant says, "Hey, I got something special for you," you should always come up and say thank you. So he reaches behind the top shelf and pulls this bottle that was just coated with dust, and he pours it for us. Just not even trying to show it off, just being like, "Hey, you're part of this family now. We really enjoyed you coming over," and asked him how much the price was. I can't remember what the price was, but it was priced at a point where it was clearly a hidden bottle where it was only for friends.
Right.
He wasn't trying to make money off of it. He just wanted to cover the cost. It was essentially, if you have, a bottle and you have an ounce pour, it's whatever the bottle cost. And it was just such a special occasion that I think that's kind of what I like about some spirits like that, is that they tell stories. I mean, nobody, as much as we talked about Cruisin' earlier, and Cruisin's a fantastic, I wouldn't say a fantastic rum, but it's a really solid rum for its marketplace. Nobody really has stories like that about Cruisin'. But when you have a spirit like Pappy's that is kind of iconic like that, it's nice to build memories around it.
Oh yeah, we had a really good time, and it was rare, of course. It might have been 5 or 6 years ago, but it's obviously gotten harder and harder to find, and even brands that don't even have the namesake of Pappy, if they put a label of 12, 15 years plus on it, those will often demand a much higher price. Now, not always. There are some exceptions to that, but we've really seen that happen in bourbon a lot as the demand has gone up and as it's harder and harder to find those older whiskeys.
I want to see more of that happen with tequila and rums, because certainly rum and tequila have purveyors and distillers and a heritage that is equal to whiskey, but maybe not as respected here in the United States.
Right.
Although I think tequila is getting towards that trend.
Yeah, mezcal, tequilas, love them all.
Do you have some special drinks you do with mezcal, Gabby?
Oh yeah, I love mezcal. I did like a cantaloupe one. I mean, I try whatever I can right now. Like 900 Club is we don't do as many mixed cocktails as like the Mermaid did, so it's hard for me to find time to like experiment with my cocktails lately. But it's been nice to have like the time off and getting back to like playing with it. It was just in Oaxaca last year. It was so amazing. So I went with Sombra Mezcal, and it was just such a cool experience, like watching them make the mezcal. You kind of grow like a greater appreciation, and you know, your taste buds kind of explode, and you like experience all these different like fruits and herbs and juices that mix well with the mezcal, and it's just like such a great experience. But yeah, I don't have a lot of mezcal right now. I can make you guys the smashed, but I might have to log off in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
They're gonna make me do takeout orders at work, so we'll see.
Takeout. Well, you guys have probably already mentioned it, but we certainly being with all the bartender friends that I have, and then I'm sure you guys have too. Part of what I do is I do my whiskey educational series. So I partner with a lot of great bartenders, and you probably have mentioned it, but I know there's a lot of great resources right now. The USBG is doing a great emergency assistance program. There's so many great things happening there. Are there any things happening there in California in particular that they're doing to support bartenders and servers and hospitality off work that you guys know of?
I just know of the USBG grants that people are signing up for. A lot of restaurants are doing like GoFundMes. I don't think our one is, but I think some people are doing that. I'm not sure. I think as far as it goes, I think it's the USBG is like the only one doing grants, and like a lot of companies are donating to the USBG Foundation as well, which is amazing. It's so great. But yeah, I don't know. Just takeout. I think just people are tipping during takeout for restaurants that are doing takeout.
Supporting those local restaurants wherever you are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And order cocktails to go.
And Tom, I know your website is bourbonblog.com. Does Why Whiskey have its own site as well, or does it go to Bourbon Blog and there's a link?
You have whenever we have some events, whywhiskey.com, and it's whiskey without an E. You can spell it either way, but it's but for the .com it's whywhiskey.com, whiskey without an E. But Bourbon Blog is the best place to find me. All the information on bourbonblog.com, and we've been trying. And thanks for sharing that, James. We've been trying our best to follow all the stories that have been happening and all the great support the industry has been giving the big companies, the small companies doing great work for those bartenders and those groups. And I think, as I told you earlier, James, if I could mention it real quick, I'm doing a series on Instagram. I'll be interviewing the head distiller, master distiller from Hard Truth Distilling of Nashville, Indiana today at 7 p.m. Eastern. Brian Smith on our /Bourbon Blog. We're doing an interview almost every day with master distillers on our /Bourbon Blog Instagram, and all kinds of fun guests. So definitely check that out. And I'm just so thrilled to be drinking with all of you and hearing great music today and having great cocktails. And it feels like we're really you've made me feel like I'm in California today. It's been nice.
Yay!
I didn't even know you were somewhere else.
I get there some. I'm there usually every couple of months to host tastings, and I get places to see James like San Diego and SoCal. Not to come see your place in Hermosa.
Hell, and until COVID interrupted our travel plans, Tom probably was in California more often than I was.
Yeah, that's true. Up there going
every other week, Tom would be like, "Hey, I'm coming to LA. Am I coming down to San Diego? Are you around?" I'm like, "No, I'm in Chicago. I'm in New York. I'm in wherever it is."
Yeah.
But literally, every other week, you're asking me that question. Every other week, I'm telling you I'm somewhere else. So, looking forward. We should do a virtual happy hour on the road somewhere and do a road trip. To get everyone together. Maybe that would be ultimately what PubClub Live is.
No, well, I'll tell you what. Tower 12 is an awesome spot in Hermosa Beach. And by the way, I wanted to mention, as you're talking about what our bartender's doing, Evyn is is going on live on Facebook Live, and he's got some gigs that people are now hiring him to do kind of virtual concerts, right, Evyn?
Yes, I've been. It's really been a surprise to me, very, very pleasant. People have actually hired me to play music during their virtual happy hours. So I'm doing one tonight. I'm doing a couple more this weekend. There's one couple that hired me 3 weeks ago for a date night at home. Of course, everybody's stuck at home, so that I'm not adding that every time. You understand? And so it went so well. They have a little kid, so after their daughter went to bed, they had date night, and I played music for them. And it was so much fun that a week after, they invited a lot of their friends to participate, and so that went great. That was last week, and then this Saturday night we're doing it again. I'm sure there'll be even more time, more people. Yesterday I played for a winery up in Oregon, and it was a referral from another happy hour that I played. And they do events. They do social events. And I played music for them, and it went great. And then today I heard from the King Harbor Yacht Club, where I play music pretty regularly, and they're going to do a social event and I'll play music. So it's a
they are.
whole
That's
new world. I'm enjoying it because I get to bring joy to people, a little bit of musical escape, while we're all stuck. We don't know what's going to happen. So I'm always happy to do it. I'm not sure if this is my cue to sing another song, but I'm always ready. I'm always ready to do that if you'd like.
I think definitely would like to have another song. I know, Gabby, you got to run, but did you make up a cocktail you wanted to?
Oh yeah.
Before we go out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make you guys the grapefruit smash with bourbon. Since you guys like bourbon, we'll just do that. So I have it like kind of prepared already. So I took you want like 3 or 4 lemon slices. I put the basil that I have in my little garden back here, and then I squeezed a half of a grapefruit. I like anything freshly squeezed. And then so this is my big muddler. This is actually from the Mermaid, but it's nice because it kind of like presses down the oil and like your fruit and your herbs. So we're gonna smash it really nice. Then again, you can use like gin or vodka, whiskey, whatever you like. I have this is the only bourbon I have right now. I would love some like other bourbons in my house. And then I'm gonna do 2 ounces of bourbon. I also added 0.75 ounces of simple syrup, just letting you guys know. So it's gonna be 3 to 4 lemon slices. You can do basil, mint as well, and then 0.75 of simple. And then when I squeeze the grapefruit, it equals to like 1 ounce of grapefruit juice. And then 2 ounces of bourbon. Then
the shaker.
Yeah.
shake. Nice little shake. You know what I miss, Kevin? I miss our nugget ice so much. Okay. So this is our basil grapefruit smash. So there's a big giant cube right here. And then you can garnish it with, I like to put cloves on my grapefruit.
Ooh. Nice.
And then
Wow.
nice little like, if you can slap the basil, all the oils come out, so you can kind of get it right when you drink it. So, cheers.
Wow.
Nice.
That looks
That is
beautiful.
awesome.
Look at that. Wow, that's really
Looks beautiful.
It is so refreshing, you guys, and it's ridiculous.
I mean, there always was this thing called day drinking before COVID, but I mean, day drinking, I think it's even more accepted. I've always accepted it because it's, it's partly my work and, you do it responsibly, but I think it's even more accepted now than it used to be. Don't you all think?
I think so.
I think so.
Oh, depending on your time zone. I mean, we all live in different. I've got
probably at least that happy hour. We're like 2:30 in the afternoon here.
I have friends in Serbia right now, in Croatia, and
Right.
it's plus 6 hours from here, so that's 8:40. And I got friends in Taiwan, and I've got friends in China, so it's not quite their time yet, but we're all citizens of the internet now, so.
Gabby, my friend Tomas says, nice drink.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a 5-star chef with Swiss heritage who's in Long Beach now. So he really likes that drink. So there he is.
It's so good. It's so refreshing.
It looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Guys.
with all that, thank you so much, Gabby, for both making us some delicious drinks.
This is so much fun.
And thank you for going out and doing deliveries and helping people get some delicious food.
Yeah.
Can't wait to come up to see you in person sometime.
Yes, I would love that. Cheers,
We'll
guys.
come visit you, Gabby.
Cheers. Thanks for
Cheers.
joining.
Thanks for the cocktails.
And so we're gonna go out with Evyn. Evyn's got a sing along song. I know Gabby, you got to run, but I was gonna say at least join us for the first refrain. And but I guess she's like, I'm peace out. I'm done with this stuff. So
there you go. I'll do. You're cutting in and out a little bit, but I think I'm getting it. I'm. It's my cue to sing, right?
Absolutely. So you're gonna sing, and then when you're done, we're just gonna kind of do another cheers, and then we'll go out. So
that's perfect. Thank you so much for inviting me to play music for you. I hope all of you on screen and off screen will stay in touch. I'm gonna end with, because Tom was saying it feels like being in California. This song I'm gonna do is called "I Wish It Was Summer All the Time," and I wrote it in the style of the best beach band ever, California beach band, and of course that's the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
oh,
I wrote it in their style.
There you go. Right on.
I love summer, why does it end so soon? I hate the cold weather, don't want to go back to school. Seeing my friends in cyberspace, it's just not the same as face to face. I wish it was summer all the time. I wish it was summer all the time. I wish it was summer all the time. Yeah, all the time. Long days, blue skies, outdoor barbecues. Staying up all night if we want to. No worries, baby, it's all good for bikini girls and surfer dudes. I wish it was summer all the time. I wish it was summer all the time. I wish it was summer all the time. Yeah, all the time. Summer all the time. Woo. Woo. All geniuses around the world, you should invent a summertime that lasts forever. And if you follow my advice, you're gonna win the Nobel Prize. I wish it was summer all the time. I wish it was summer all the time. I wish it was summer all the time. Yeah, all the time. I wish it was summer all the time. I wish it was summer all the time. I wish it was summer all the time. Yeah, all the time. Summer all the time.
yay!
Yay!
Thank you so much, Thomas.
That was nice.
Or sorry, Evyn. And Thomas, this is what we need right now. Good job, guys. Reach out to the people. Thank you, Thomas. It's been a pleasure for all of us. I think this is really kind of what I want to do as far as give a platform to people. Let's keep spirits going, but also let's shine a light on some great local talent, and find new ways to enjoy and keep. That sounds cliche, but keep the hope alive. But anyhow, I really appreciate you coming on, Evyn, and thank you, Gabi, for. I know she's not here right now, but thank you for her coming on, and let's do this more often. So. For those of you guys who are still hanging on here, I hope it went an hour and 15 minutes this time. But for those of you guys who are still watching, join us every Tuesday and Thursday. That is at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. We may have the same people. We may have some different people. But definitely I look forward to having both you and Tom come back again, as well as Gabi. And if anybody out there is a great musician or even a marginally good musician who wants to have a platform, We have no money to pay, but we can we can clap and we can be respectful if you're terrible, and we can be thankful if you're awesome. So thank you, but thank you on behalf of all the other musicians who are struggling to keep things going, because really in times like this where there's so much bullshit out there, some true, some fake, some just worries and concerns that go dwell on. It's nice to have a smile and forget about what's going on in the world for a few minutes and have a drink, have some great music, and have some brotherhood. So thank you.
And in the meantime,
with that, cheers.
Next week's show, go to PubClub.com and BourbonBlog.com.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
And you can also go to MenWhoBlog.com.
Yeah.
Yes,
for a schedule. We've been doing kind of ad hoc, but I think we've got a relative. We're honing in on the format and the concept. So I can't promise you today, but by Monday, certainly go to MenWhoBlog.com. You'll have a listing of what we have coming up, a little bit of schedule, and that's also the way to contact us to raise your hand and say, I volunteer as tribute. So thank you for everything.
All right.
Good
Cheers,
job,
everyone.
John.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Kevin, Evyn, James, it's been fun. Cheers, you guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Cheers, everybody. I'm signing off, and I hope to see
Stay
you
well.
when this is all over. I hope to see you all in person.
Be nice to have a party with all y'all. It'd be great.
Perfect timing. My battery's out. All right. Till next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.